Well, hello. I hope everyone is having a good Tuesday morning. My name is Steve Ramirez. I started this video blog about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and this morning, after the first full weekend of college football, I thought I would talk about UCLA's win over Bowling Green on a hot Saturday at the Rose Bowl. I thought overall UCLA played well. They covered the 23.5 point spread, if that matters to you. They started slow, but played very well. The last 3 quarters, they were actually down 17-7 in the first quarter after giving up a blocked punt for a touchdown. Dorian Thompson-Robinson threw an interception. UCLA also lost the ball on downs, and they had a muffed punt on special teams. So obviously the special teams didn't have the best of afternoons, but after that, they really contained Bowling Green most of the afternoon. I think the defense gave up 167 yards total. They had a couple sacks, and they were able to put pressure on the quarterback. So I thought overall the defense played very well, which they had to, coming off of last year, where the defense averaged giving up about 26 points a game. The key to this year is how well the defense is going to play. If the offense can match or come close to or do better than what they did last year, and the defense can improve just a little bit, UCLA should win a lot of games this year. And in this game, like I said, the defense did play well. I thought overall the offense played well. They moved the ball. They had over 600 yards total offense. And after being down 17-7, they outscored Bowling Green 38-0. The concern on offense, UCLA has 2 new open slots on the offensive line. In that first quarter, they did have a couple of holding penalties. They did have a legal man downfield on a scramble and throw. So that's one of the things they have to correct, and I think they will in time. First game for a couple of those starters, and offensive line has got to be a cohesive unit, and so I think over time, especially in these non-conference games, that'll come. And but I really liked how Dorian Thompson-Robinson played. He had a 68-yard touchdown run, finished with 87 yards rushing. He threw for 298 yards and a couple touchdowns. Zach Charbonnet, considered one of the top running backs in the country and in the conference, obviously. He had 111 yards rushing, had a touchdown. Modest effort by him. Didn't see any of the big breakaway runs that he's capable of, but that'll come. But just impressed. I was impressed with Keegan Jones, who is Charbonnet's backup. He had 42 yards rushing on 10 carries, and I believe he had a big reception and run for a touchdown, and he finished with 2 receptions for 56 yards in that long touchdown. So the offense played well, the defense played well, the special teams did not play well. Like I said, they had the dropped punt, which set up a Bowling Green field goal. They after the month, I think it was at the 11-yard line. So the defense was able to stand strong and hold Bowling Green to a field goal. So that was impressive by the defense. Um, also, there was a blocked punt in the first quarter for a touchdown where one of the linemen got caught in having to choose between two rushers, and he chose to guard the outside man, giving the inside man an easy path to the block. Um, so that is a concern, and the concern I had going into the game was UCLA's punter and place kicker, Nicholas Barmiera. Um, he was an okay place kicker last year. I think giving him those two roles is just gonna it could come back to bite UCLA at some point. He just doesn't seem the type to be to be able to handle that much kicking in a game. He doesn't have the strongest of legs. In fact, his only punt went 28 yards, and he missed 2 field goals. So that's a concern. I don't know what they can do at this point. Maybe there's someone, a walk-on who they can give the punting role to. But that part of the game is gonna have to improve, especially from the punt point of view. You want to use your punter as kind of a really good defensive weapon to pin the opposition back and just make them have to drive the ball more. You don't want like a short punt, and you can't have a punter average 28 yards. Now there's just one punt, so we'll see how it goes. But that part of the game has to improve, and the whole special teams have to improve. But I heard a coach over the weekend saying that for first games, the special teams are the ones that are going to struggle initially, just because you don't get a lot of reps in special teams in training camp or even in spring camp. That's something that kind of evolves during the year. So as Coach Kelly said on Saturday, they like to improve each week. So this game, they want to look back at and say this was their worst effort, and they have to go on and improve. This week they have they're hosting Alabama State, FCS school from a historical black college association, and so this is a game that they should win and should win handily. Hopefully they come out to a faster start, and it should be a game that probably should be solidified by halftime and allow the coaches to play more players throughout the game, which I think they did in this game too, just because of the heat. And it's supposed to be roughly between 85 and 90 degrees around kickoff time, and probably will get cooler as we get into the early evening. So that's my thoughts so far. UCLA is 1-0, and we're not going to learn too much, I think, this week or the following week when they face South Alabama. But and probably even probably not going to know anything until about week 5, because after these 3 non-conference games, they open conference play at Colorado, and Colorado just had a blowout loss at home to TCU. So Colorado is not doesn't look like a formidable opponent right now, but we'll see. They may improve, and it's always tough to win a road game in the conference. So, but UCLA's 1-0 right now, and we'll see where they go from here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.